When you want that total immersion in your games, great audio is absolutely key. But picking the right IEMs, that can be confusing with so many options out there. That's why today, I'm counting down the top 5 best IEMs specifically designed for gaming. We'll look at everything from awesome budget-friendly picks to the absolute beasts. Let's head right in. First off, we have the SoundMagic E11C. Think of this one as the best friend to your wallet if you're looking for solid gaming IEMs on a budget. Now, when you look at these, they honestly feel more expensive than they are. They've got this nice aluminum build with a dark silver finish. It gives them an elegant look that you don't always find at this price point. Plus, the buds themselves are pretty small and unobtrusive. What does that mean for gaming? Well, users say they're quite comfortable. They seem to offer a snug fit that stays put, even if you move around a bit. That's great news for longer gaming sessions, right? The cable seems pretty well thought out too. It's a silver-plated copper cable, coated in something called TPE. Basically, it's durable and designed not to turn into a tangled mess in your pocket or bag. There's also a handy inline remote for basic controls, which people say is quite responsive. Sound-wise, let's be real, you won't get the absolute mind-blowing audio of the pricier options we'll talk about later. But the consensus is they deliver solid, enjoyable sound, especially considering the cost. They handle volume well, and the noise isolation is good enough. It'll block out some background noise, though not everything. So if you're after a reliable, good-looking pair of wired IEMs for casual gaming without breaking the bank, the SoundMagic E11C is definitely worth checking out. It's a fantastic starting point. Next, we have the One More triple driver IEMs. Now, these have been around for a while, which tells you something. They've really held their own in the wired audio world. Think of these as a fantastic sweet spot. You're getting a noticeable jump in audio quality from our budget pick, but without venturing into seriously high-end territory just yet. People consistently praise the sound here, describing it as detailed, spacious, and just really enjoyable overall. It's got a certain boldness to it, and while there's no active noise cancellation, the design seems to create a really good seal in the ear. This results in surprisingly effective passive noise isolation. That means they naturally block out a good chunk of ambient sound, which is great for focusing on your game audio. For the build, they use aluminum and often have these subtle rose gold accents that look pretty classy, not overly flashy. They just feel more premium than you might expect for the price. The angled design and choice of silicone or foam ear tips generally lead to a comfortable and snug fit for most users. Though, it's worth noting some find they stick out from the ears just a little bit. The cable is interesting too. It's often sheathed in fabric, which adds durability. There's also a simple 3-button remote that gets the job done, even if it feels a bit plasticky compared to the buds themselves. Overall, for gamers looking for that excellent middle ground, great sound, solid build, and really impressive value, the One More triple driver is a very strong contender. Let's now step things up with the Sennheiser IE200. If you're thinking about getting into more serious, audiophile-grade sound for your gaming, this is a fantastic place to look. The big story here is the audio quality. People say the sound is as excellent as weighty and immersive. It apparently grabs your attention right away. You can expect smooth and balanced audio across the whole range, even when you crank the volume. While the bass isn't described as earth-shattering, it still hits with plenty of intensity, especially when the game audio focuses on those low-frequency rumbles and explosions. Here's a really interesting feature. They're apparently dual-tunable. What that means is you can position the ear tips in 2 different ways on the nozzle. This actually changes the sound signature slightly. It sounds like a neat way to let you tweak the audio to your preference. Comfort seems to be a strong point too. The buds themselves are tiny and super light, weighing only about 4 grams each. They use those flexible wires that loop over your ears and come with both foam and silicone tips. Finding a good, comfortable fit for long gaming marathons seems pretty straightforward for most users. Plus, they look quite sleek and minimal. The cable is worth mentioning. It's braided, looks classy, and is detachable. That's great if you ever want or need to replace it down the line. And it's tangle-resistant too, which is always a bonus. There's also good passive noise isolation, especially with the foam tips, helping you stay focused. The catch is, there's no inline microphone or remote included in the box. You can buy one separately from Sennheiser, but it's an added cost. But overall, if you want truly high-fidelity sound for your games without jumping to the very top price tier, the Sennheiser IE200 seems like an absolutely brilliant mid-range choice. Next, we have the FiiO FH19, which definitely aims for the high-end crowd. This can be a serious investment for gamers who want elite audio tech. FiiO seems to have packed a lot into these. Each earbud apparently has a whopping 8 drivers inside, a mix of dynamic and balanced armature types. What that means for you is the potential for incredibly detailed and clear sound. They didn't skimp on the cable either. It's described as a high-purity sterling silver cable with robust MMCX connectors. Plus, you get options for connecting to your gear with both standard 3.5mm and balanced 4.4mm plugs included. That's versatile. Now, the build quality sounds top-notch, using materials like aluminum and titanium. They look and feel premium. But here's the thing you need to know. These are big. They're likely to stick out a bit, and their size and weight might not be comfortable for everyone, especially if you have smaller ears. FiiO includes an almost overwhelming number of ear tips, like 22 pairs to help find a good fit, but size is still a factor. Sound-wise, users rave about the clarity and agility. If you love hearing every tiny detail in your game audio, footsteps, reloads, environmental cues, these seem designed for that. They offer a wide, open soundstage thanks to a semi-open design, making things feel less crammed in your head. However, some mention the higher frequencies can sometimes get a bit too lively or sharp, particularly at higher volumes. Interestingly, they also come with interchangeable audio filters. This lets you subtly tweak the sound signature, though swapping them might be a bit fiddly. All in all, the FiiO FH19 seems best suited for gamers who prioritize cutting-edge tech, incredible detail, and a premium feel, and who don't mind a larger IEM or that potential sharpness in the treble. And finally, at number 1 spot, we have the Campfire Audio Solaris Stellar Horizon. What a name, right? Let's be upfront. These are in a league of their own, and they come with a price tag to match. Think serious investment. But users say the experience is unlike anything else. The sound? As absolutely mind-blowing as you can imagine. But here's the interesting part. It's apparently a very distinctive sound. Campfire Audio seems known for intentionally shaping the audio in a unique way. It's not aiming for that perfectly flat neutral profile some audiophiles chase. Instead, it's described as incredibly revealing, bringing out nuances you might never have noticed before, even in familiar game soundtracks. Reviewers talk about amazing breadth and texture, especially in the lower mids. Imagine audio that feels like it escapes the earbuds and wraps around your head. That's the kind of immersive experience people report. It's an exciting, unique sonic journey. The design is just as distinctive. Stainless steel housings with unusual gold inlays. Some even call it a bit steampunk. They aren't the smallest buds out there, but the design has apparently been refined for a more snug and secure fit compared to previous models. They seem to curve comfortably around the ear for most users. You also get a premium, silver-plated cable with multiple connection options of like 2.5mm, 3.5mm, and 4.4mm. And it's said to be almost impossible to tangle. A small detail, but appreciated at this level. So the Campfire Audio Solaris Stellar Horizon isn't for everyone. But if you want arguably the best, most revealing, and uniquely immersive audio possible from an IEM for your gaming, and you appreciate standout design, well, this seems to be it. Thanks for sticking around. For more content like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button on the channel. Click the bell icon too, so you'll get notified every time we drop a new video at FlexiViews.